Corsair and Elgato came together and took one of their keyboards and a Stream Deck, combined them together to make the Galleon 100 SD, the world's first high-performance mechanical gaming keyboard with an Elgato Stream Deck built right on it, allowing you to game or live stream while having complete control over your setup all in one device. Alright, so what are the features in this gaming keyboard that makes it stand out? Well, first off, the keyboard is made out of an aluminum build. You have two options for stand height adjustment levels on the back of the keyboard. You also get this nice memory foam wrist rest, which makes it way more comfortable to put your hands on while you're either gaming or typing, and I can't believe I wasn't using something like this in the past. Game changer. This keyboard works on Windows PCs, Mac, PlayStation, and Xbox devices. To connect the keyboard to those, you're going to want to plug it in to the connection with the keyboard icon on it. There's also two other USB-C connections that you'll see on this keyboard. One is for supplying additional power to the keyboard so that you can leverage this port here to charge peripherals such as your phone, for example. And you'll also find in the box two different types of USB-C cables, which if you look closely here, you'll see that this is a braided cable, which helps minimize it from becoming damaged. Now, for those of you wondering if this can be set up wirelessly, no, it cannot. It has to be wired in because this keyboard requires a lot of power to work, and if this thing was wireless, the battery bank would be absolutely massive on this thing. But if you think about it, guys, having a wired setup allows the keyboard to have a much more stable connection. Plus, if it's going to be trying to push an 8,000 hertz polling rate, which is a feature here to have better responsiveness in high-speed games, the connection method is what makes all of this possible in addition to the Stream Deck integration. Now, if we take a look at the keys, the caps are made out of a high-grade quality PBT plastic. This is an excellent type of material as it gives your fingers more grip when it's touching the keys, and if you start getting sweaty in any of your gaming sessions, the keyboard won't get all glossy and smudgy looking. The switches on this keyboard are hot swappable, so you can switch them out with different ones if you need to, using the small tool that came in the box. And this is great because if one of your keys dies, you don't have to throw away the entire keyboard. The Galleon has MLX pulse linear switches, which are pre-lubed so that the keys slide evenly when you press them down. As for the RGB lighting that you see on the keyboard, this is controlled using the Corsair Web Hub, which you'll see how to configure coming up in a minute. There are also 6 layers of sound dampening within this keyboard to give the keys that nice fuck sound when you press it. Take a listen. So those are the core features that come with this gaming keyboard, but I know the biggest sticking point for why anybody would want to pick up this keyboard is for that Elgato Stream Deck integration. Looking at the right side of the keyboard, you'll see 2 rotary dials, a 5-inch LCD display, and 12 LCD keys. The Galleon comes with the default Stream Deck profile without needing any additional software that can control things such as the keyboard's themes, and if you need the numpad, just use the dial to swap to it. Though I will say trying to type numbers with any sort of speed isn't the most comfortable given the mushy button press feeling that the Stream Deck has. But the real power is using Elgato Stream Deck software to fully customize what you can do in your setup. You can control your live stream, games, operating system, anything that you can manually do, you can configure it here within the Stream Deck to make your life so much easier. So what you guys are taking a look at now is the custom Stream Deck profile that I set up for myself. What you first see at the top left-hand side is the Spotify music, and this one is actually set up through the Wavelength plugin. So that way, anytime that I need to reduce the volume of the Spotify music, it will reduce for myself as well as the stream in case it is too loud or not loud enough. The right dial control I have set to the system level audio. So if I need to decrease or increase the audio volume across the entirety of my computer system, I can do that with this control right here. And I can also mute it as well just by pressing the dial on this one, as well as the Spotify music as well. I have it configured to mute. Now the other thing we can do is hold the dial and it'll go to the next shelf below it, And for this one, I set up a series of different applications that I typically like to use. I can launch any of these apps here by just clicking down once and it will launch. For the right side here, I just utilized the weather plugin so that I could see what the temperature is in my area. And as you can see, it's cold, snowy, and rainy. The next set of Stream Deck keys that I set up in this first row here are for Spotify. Below that, these next two shelves here are specifically for OBS Studio. The next page I have here has the time, a control for the system audio again. This key puts the computer in hibernation mode. I have a couple keys here to launch certain folders. I have a few more applications that I like to launch at a single press of a button. Now, if we go to the next page, you'll see that it's completely blank because I want to show you guys how you can set this up for yourself if you choose to get this keyboard. So with the Stream Deck software open, we can add an image or graphic to the LCD screen by right-clicking within the space and selecting Open Background Library. This will open up a collection of imagery that you can select to apply to the entirety of the screen. To add an action for one of the dials in this space, you're going to want to select one of the 4 quadrants. This will open up the dial menu where you can add actions from the plugins that you have installed for things such as game audio level control out of OBS. You guys can also use the action trigger option to control standard key actions using the dial. But of course, like any other Stream Deck, you can use the keys for those actions as well, like launching OBS Studio or switching to your desktop scene. Now, those were just some simple examples to show you how easy it is to set up your own custom keys. But what if you wanted to leverage the Stream Deck for your gaming sessions? Well, if you go to the Elgato Marketplace store, you will find a series of gaming profiles that are specific for the Galleon 100 SD. And essentially what a gaming profile is a collection of pre-created Stream Deck controls specifically tied to a game. You'll find games such as Battlefield 6, Cyberpunk, Diablo 4, Dune Awakening, Escape from Tarkov, Arc Raiders, and there's gonna be even more that come into the marketplace later. Right now, I would say this is one of the limitations of this keyboard, especially if you're gonna be an early adopter, as it's either gonna be a waiting game or a big question mark for if a profile will be created for one of your favorite games. Let's next jump into how to control the lighting and keyboard configuration using Corsair's Web Hub. To get here, you'll need to navigate to corsair.com/web-hub, and within the lighting effects section, you can choose different effect modes by choosing the options available like color pulse, spiral rainbow, visor, color rainbow. Lots of really cool looking options that will apply directly to the keyboard as soon as you select it. You can also modify the color, speed, and direction of some of the effects. If you don't want to lose your color effect changes, you can save it as a lighting layer. Other areas of the Web Hub include controlling key assignment, enabling flash tap, which is excellent to use while you're gaming, as this is essentially a movement hack where if you press A and D at the same time, which you see me doing right now, the keyboard will respond to your most recent press, making character movements feel more instant instead of stopping or getting stuck. You'll also see an area to test key functionality, and if you enable game mode, this is where you can set the polling rate up to 8,000 Hertz for the keyboard. Now, as for feedback or areas that I thought could have been better with this keyboard, first, every time I looked at this LCD screen, it would trip me up from time to time because my brain would go to thinking that that screen is touchscreen when it's really not. You have to press and hold the dial to control the top and bottom parts that you see here. It would be way easier if you could just touch and then move to those more easily. I also didn't really like that I couldn't configure the default keys that you get if you don't have the Stream Deck open or installed on your computer. They're very handy to use, but I would have liked to have seen its own set of controls listed out in the Stream Deck app that I could just plug and play myself and use. Why do I need to close the app just to be able to use the numpad? Something else that I experienced while using the Stream Deck is that you're going to be looking at the Stream Deck at a more down angle or more slanted angle than you would on a Stream Deck like this. This Stream Deck is more tilted up. So why is that a problem on the Galleon? Well, it's a little bit harder to read the text on the keys. As long as you put the text on the top part of the key, this honestly fixes the problem and doesn't make this a deal breaker whatsoever. Something else that was minor, but I just couldn't help but notice it, was that there was no caps lock light indicator on this board. That to me seems like a fundamental feature that should be on any high-end keyboard, let alone one with lighting already built in it. So who is this keyboard for? Well, if you're someone that wants a super high quality gaming keyboard with the addition of a Stream Deck, and you don't already own something like the Stream Deck Plus, which has the dials and keys on it already, I think this is a perfect pickup for a gamer, a live streamer, and even someone someone that just wants to be able to do tasks on their computer easier. Who is this keyboard not for? Well, if you're someone that wants to maximize mouse real estate, then this might not be so good for you because you don't want to have any sort of blocker restricting the movements of where your mouse can go. For me, I have a smaller mouse pad, so the mouse real estate didn't change at all for me. I know there's people that don't like the placement of where the Stream Deck is. It doesn't really bother me, but either way, if it's on the left or the right side, you're gonna have to make a decision for whether or not you'd want to take your fingers off the WASD keys if you're gaming or the mouse. But I honestly think where the Stream Deck is makes the most sense, as that's where the numpad would typically go. It fits the dimensions of a standard full-length keyboard. But a plus is that you'll have more desk real estate because you won't have a separate Stream Deck taking up space on it. The other benefit to this keyboard is that it's a single plug to power both the keyboard and the Stream Deck, so more ports will be available on your computer as well. I also would not get this if you are strictly a console gamer. They do mention on the box that this works with Xbox and PlayStation, but in my opinion, using this keyboard with those consoles, it takes away the entire point of using the Galleon, and that's to utilize the Stream Deck that's a part of it. You can't use the Stream Deck with the PlayStation and Xbox directly. Now that you guys have seen everything that this keyboard has to offer, how much is it gonna set you back if you want to pick it up? Well, currently it is priced at $349.99, so basically $350. I wish it came in at $299.99. I think that would be a little bit more consumer friendlier priced, but I get it. Corsair is one of the leading brands when it comes to PC parts and components. This is the only device of its kind that exists. But overall, guys, this is an excellent keyboard. It's my favorite that I've ever used. It's going to be a staple in my setup moving forward. I don't know if there will be a keyboard that comes out that can beat this one, to be honest. It is truly that good. But thank you guys for staying to the very end of the video. I put a link in the description below if you would like to check it out. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.